Where am I looking? Usually I'm looking at the screen. I'm looking at you through the screen, but you're right here, so it's hard not to like. I'm talking to you.
Talk to right there.
All right. I'm gonna go back.
Who's bringing us in? Who did it last time? It's been a while.
It is. This is your little studio here.
Okay.
I feel like it's only right. You bring us in. This is the double O setup.
Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Just Cuz Podcast. Cousin Vince, Cousin Ricky. We got a special one today since we are both on location. Ricky was gracious enough to come through my house, so set up a little studio.
Yeah,
here we are.
This is a sick setup. This is good. Dope. This is really coming together. Jay made me put like a day bed in mine, so it's like kind of like ruined it. Like, I felt like, oh, this is my spot now. I feel like she's trying to take over. She's like, let me arrange some stuff. Let me decorate it. I'm like, oh no,
not in the man cave.
Yeah, but this looks good, bro. It's good to be here. Hey, so it's my last day in Vegas. I drove over last Friday. It's Tuesday, and we had to jump on this Mercy podcast because it's been a little bit. It's been a couple weeks now, and Vince has some news. Finally,
yes,
let's go.
I do. If everybody's paid attention to the Instagram, you might be into it. But we got ourselves a scrap. So on the 7th next month, I'm headed over to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We got I can't pronounce his name properly. It's Luis Sanadicas, I want to say, something like that. Interesting name. Actually trains with TriStar. So Faraz Sahabi and Ayman Zahabi, who I fought.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
So
familiar with the team already.
So it should be good, dude. I'm stoked. Hell yeah. Get me back in there.
Have you been to, you say Myrtle Beach? Have you been over there before?
Never. Not once.
No. I think my buddy Joel, when he was in the Marines, he was like stationed over there, and that was the thing to do, is to go to that beach. And he says it's pretty dope. I think it's a good spot if I remember correctly.
I wonder if we should stay a day.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, it might be a good time to explore a little bit. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Alex Perez is flying out. Coach Billy's coming out, and then I think they're both headed the next day to Miami for Cynthia's fight.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna be crazy,
dude.
Cynthia fights on the 8th.
Yeah, it's gonna be busy then. Mm-hmm. So you're going? Are you going to Alex's fight now that you still got this one? You said you're going, and then is he going with you too?
Yeah.
Okay. Too. Yeah. So busy.
Yeah. So don't fix what ain't broken. I feel like it's been a good, solid training camp with both of us. So I've basically been in camp, even though I haven't had a fight. So
yeah, it's nice to go on those like fight weeks with your team. Like if you're like have the training partner and your coach, that way you can still get the work in yourself too, because you got to fight.
Yeah, hell yeah. And apparently, so we fly to San Antonio next Tuesday for Alex's fight, and I think a few other fighters are coming out. So we'll definitely have some training partners and shit, and coach will be there, hold pads and all that. Well, pad because he only got one good arm, so he holds pad.
Did he have surgery?
Yeah, he had surgery. He's on the mend.
He was talking about it last time I was here.
Yeah, he's on the mend. He's way better. So hopefully, I don't know, he'll get back to a full swing because we got a full schedule, dude. From what the weeks have been. He's over in London right now for Joe's fight. So.
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about that card coming up. Yeah. He's talking about John Wood's wife, JoJo Wood. All right. So what else have you been up to? What else have you been up to since in the last 2 weeks? Besides getting the fight, leaving. I mean, when I got the fight with Song, I like Vince. We got to jump on right away. I got to announce it to the fans. The fans want to know.
You've been to California,
and he gets his fight. He didn't even care about you guys. He didn't even announce it. He jump on. I tried. When you signed the contract, it was like a week ago, right? I said I was going to break news for you guys.
I just did on Thursday. Okay, though. But you were in California without any of your setups. I felt bad.
Yeah, that's true.
I was gonna make you forced to do a phone podcast or something.
Especially
you got the wife and baby with you this time. How's that been? How was the trip?
Oh, dude, it's been horrible. It's been usually in my training camps, like we trade so much. No, we trade so much. I'm putting in work over with Timo Yama, right? So, but it's like it was just like more work. You know, usually on these training camp things, I can get away a little bit, but like I didn't want to miss out. Obviously, my daughter's only like 3.5 months old, so like it's just too early. So I'm like, you guys are coming with me, but. And I'm joking when I said it sucks. It's been great, but it's been more work. It's definitely been more work. Because I come home from like a long practice and I'm like, I want to like hang out, hold them. I'm like cramping up, and then I got to leave again. You know, so it's just ends up just it's just the timing of stuff too. I never really thought about that before. When it's just me, it's like, oh, I'm just peace out, whatever, I'm just cruising wherever I want. You can't really do that when you have a kid.
No,
we're on a schedule. We're on a different schedule. So
is this gonna be a regular thing? The Simone family training camps?
Maybe the beginning of training camps. Maybe the beginning of training camps like
Yeah,
this. You know, I brought him out when I was still 8 weeks out. 6 weeks now. So
It's already
I'm
6 weeks.
yeah, I'm coming back. I'm coming back out in a couple weeks, and I'll be solo. I'll be solo for
Hell
that
yeah.
one.
Okay, I get it. You coming back here at all?
I haven't decided if I am gonna come back, but I'll be in.
Well, we'll be bouncing around anyway, so who knows? Are you planning? It's like second week of April or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
That'd be
thinking.
sick.
Yeah, that's kind of what Alex was telling me too, because he's gonna be with you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Super cool.
But everyone's fighting right now. We got a lot of my teammates, Gianni and Brock, are fighting the same day, 24th and 25th. And then Alex is 25th. You're the 7th. So all my training partners are busy right now. So I'm gonna need you guys to get like quick first round knockouts so we can get back in the gym.
Yeah. That's the goal, dude. I tell you what, I'm trying to do something fancy. It's nice to finally get a fight too, because it's been. I'm thinking about it now that I brought it back up. Like I think I accepted 7 fights before I finally got a yes.
Damn.
It's weird.
And it's so funny because we were talking about this, I think the last one, but you were saying how you couldn't, or people wanted to fight you. Some people wanted to fight you. Now you're getting the opposite of that.
Yeah, not quite the opposite. It's interesting, but.
Well, obviously, like people are like, oh, this guy's been in the UFC. That's risky. Yeah.
Yeah, but if I'm coming up, those are the guys I'm looking at fighting. That's like I want those. So.
Yeah, that's 2 ways of thinking, I guess. Yeah.
Pansies.
Yeah. I'm sorry, this is YouTube. Bleep.
So what else? How was Oyama over in California when you were there?
Dude, it's always good. It's always good. I feel like I like level up every time. And dude, I felt like I was doing so good over there. I was doing all the everything coach wanted me to do. I was able to execute, and I'm like still this far out. I feel good. And then I come over here, and I feel like you and Alex punched me so many times. I'm like, oh, okay. There's some good weeks, there's some bad weeks.
Well, it makes you feel better. Alex was saying that that's the most you've ever hit him. So he goes, Ricky doesn't normally get away with anything on me. I was like, oh, okay.
He usually lies to you like that, or what?
Yeah.
I thought you guys were better friends.
No, you guys be all the time.
Can we trade seats? Yours looks cooler than mine.
That was my backup chair. There's some bike rates too.
Really? That's a cool feature. You added that one.
It is. You saw my one. You can have that.
It's too big.
Anyways. Idiots.
I'm sweating.
Idiots. I'm sweating now.
John
Jones.
Yes.
Just saw John Jones.
Bro.
The GOAT? Is that what we're going to go with?
I mean, I always say John Jones is the GOAT. I mean, even if we I mean, I feel like we kind of have to not include what he's done outside the cage. But, I mean, in the cage, I mean, he's been the man. He's the GOAT.
Nobody's ever been as dominant.
And then moved up.
Yeah.
And it made it look almost
easier.
Too easy. But we got spoiled with a great fight with Alexa and Valentina.
Yeah,
right before that, I went to the 4th round. That was a sick. I mean, comeback, definitely a comeback. But but I mean, she had some great moments.
The whole time, though.
She had some great from Southpaw.
Yeah,
she was landing some great combos, bro. Oh my! Mexico has 3 champions right now.
How dope is that?
I think the U.S. has 3 champions.
U.S. has 3 champions.
Yeah. I think like U.S. and Mexico had like the most amount of champions. 3,
okay.
Which is kind of crazy. I never really thought like. I don't know. Mexico's MMA scene hasn't been the biggest, you know. So it's kind of crazy that they have 3.
Whoa,
but
sick,
man, that card was crazy.
Yeah, that whole card through and through was a good one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was sick. That was super tight.
And they did the filming for that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. Is that with Conor McGregor? I don't really know the whole.
It's got to be with Conor.
Okay,
it's got to be. I think because he's been teasing that he's been doing some acting or something, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I vaguely remember seeing that. And then I feel like he looks different, by the way.
Dude.
Like jaw structure, like
you don't voluntarily just go outside of the USADA testing pool.
Like, but you can do that. You volunteer to do that,
dude. Come on, let's be real. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense the way that USADA.
Wow.
We might have to delete this. I don't know. I feel like we have to delete this part.
Why? Why? That blew me away.
Yeah. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, at least that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Word on the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll
from a very reliable source.
Yeah. We'll leave it up to the streets. Dang, that's wild. That blows my mind. Did you see that? Like People recorded it. Dude, there's some people like pranking people saying that Gyllenhaal had a UFC fight and stuff because of the weigh-in thing and then the crowd video.
Oh yeah,
No.
they did a really good job with it.
They did actually.
Except for the highlight of him getting the finish was so lame. Like, when have you ever seen like a fighter keep beating someone up after the ref pulls him off? You get disqualified. You get DQ'd. So that ruins the movie right there. That was his big championship win right there. He lost because he got DQ'd. You can't keep punching someone after the ref.
Oh man! So clearly it was like a casual that directed it.
Yeah, but I've been a sucker for some of those early MMA movies. The first Never Back Down, when he like kid goes
still money.
Dude, I was
good.
I think I was in high school. I was like, you shot about wearing my tap out shirt. I was like, yeah. And then another one that got me was Warrior. I don't know why.
Warrior was good.
The brothers fighting each other.
I enjoyed that.
Oh man, I like that one.
Could have been us almost.
Yeah. Which one? I'm the one that loses because I'm the muscular one.
That makes sense. It makes sense. But you're
the smart nerd one.
Yeah, but your jiu-jitsu is better too, though. So, well, goddamn. That's wild.
All right, so what are we doing now? Then let's talk about Rob versus Jan on their card. Since I mean we talked about John since we missed that week. Last week that was a good card too.
That was a great card.
And you were there.
I was there.
I was supposed to be there, and then I realized I have a baby, and then I was like, I'm gonna change the baby there and feed the baby. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay home and watch it.
The venue was pretty dope too, dude.
It looked cool.
It was like nowhere near like an arena or stadium or anything like that.
It was a theater, right?
Yeah.
I think it held like 3,000 or 4,000 people,
something like that.
And the way it kind of goes up, right? And it's like,
fairly intimate. Bro, it was super sick. Like you saw where they're walking out, like some dude, that guy knocked the drink out of that dude's hand, giving everybody high fives. One of the fighters was giving high fives, and somebody had their drink out, and he goes, "Oh."
Super intimate. They just stack on each other.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so it was super tight. I was there for David Grant. I got a front row seat to that freaking madness of a finish.
Damn.
Oh my god!
Dude.
Shout out to Davey, dude. He's such a genuine, like, great dude that. Man, I was almost in tears when he because it was coming from behind. Like
I saw you in the corner crying.
I was almost crying. I was screaming.
That's
not. Yeah, no, I was super pumped. That was crazy.
People were actually messaging, "Your cousin in the corner."
I got a lot of messages.
Oh, really?
About being in the corner, man. Where were you guys when I was fighting?
That was because do you think he was down 2 rounds?
I thought he maybe won the first round, but it was kind of up in the air, and Asunso got the takedown. So I think the safe bet was saying Asunso won that round.
I only watched it that one time. That's what I thought. For some reason, I thought he was down going into the third.
Yeah, that's what me and Coach Wood told him too.
But he fought like it.
Down. Yeah.
He fought like he was down.
Bro. Dude, as soon as he started, like in the corner, John was telling me, he goes, okay, we're probably down 2 rounds. Like, put it on this dude. All you gotta do is touch him. He goes, we played the patient game. You saw the right things. You're seeing things. Now just get in there and hurt him. And
that's good advice.
Yeah, he stepped in there and did it, dude.
Because he hurt him a couple times.
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
And then they got that point taken away for the cage grab. There was a lot of people going back and forth online about that. Yeah. Apparently, a lot of people were thinking that Peterson? It was Peterson, right? The ref?
I think I can't remember.
I think because people made drinking and cigarette jokes. Anyways, Asunso was kind of like underneath Davey, so Davey kind of had top position, and then like fell forward into the cage and kind of grabbed the cage and was still kind of in that top position and held it. Then immediately Peterson pulled him off, took the point, and then reset him. So a bunch of people were saying that what should have happened was they should have reset him in the position, but apparently his choice was made on the fact of Davey had the top position, so he was in the advantageous position.
Yeah. So they said the ruling was because they said that the cage grab resulted in him being in the advantageous position. That's why they're not going to give you that position back. Yeah. I mean, I think, like I said, I only watched it that one time.
Right.
I think initially I was like, I saw his hand in there, so I was like, oh, maybe he did, but I didn't. I don't think I could tell in the moment. So, but I think did they take another point from somebody that night? I thought they were kind of being a little more strict with it.
They did. They gave a few more. I don't remember that anybody else taking a point, but there might have been because I missed like a few fights when we were backstage afterwards. But I know there were some other people that were grabbing the fence that didn't lose a point that we saw later on because Davey made a point to point that out.
But in the end, they both got back on their feet, and that's where
that's the most
finishing sequence that ended up happening. Right? If you haven't seen this fight, go back and watch it because It's in the third round. It's very exciting fight throughout. And then Sasson gets cracked by Davey for some reason right in front of him. Decides to like give him, I'm good, like thumbs up.
Yeah.
And Davey's like, no, you're not. Boom, spinning back fist.
So sick.
And then Sasson in on a shot trying to elevate, and then he gets a crazy submission. It was great. Hail Mary, kind of. I don't know.
Dude, yeah, no, Hail Mary. I told Davey afterwards when we were taking the team picture, who's fucking Hail Mary is a spinning back fist to an inverted triangle.
Yeah.
He goes, it's at 100% success rate for me. Like,
maybe you should add it in your toolbox.
He goes, it was so crazy because we freaked out, obviously, and then there were like 17 seconds left in the round, and we got in there, and the first thing he did, he came up to me, and goes, I've never finished one of those before in my life. Like he was ecstatic, dude. He couldn't believe it. Dana White came down and told him that he was getting 50 G's right there.
Oh,
like, yeah, it was sick.
That's the first thing I said to Jade, my wife, when we were watching. I was like, "That's a bonus.
That's a bonus." Dude, it was so sick.
To have Dana come down and tell you it too. Like I've never had Dana come down and say like, "Good job."
Yeah.
Just kidding. I love my job. Don't fire me. Yeah, that's sick. And then, what? Any other notable fights for you?
I've been training with Marab a little bit for this last one, so that was the only other one that we were like invested in because it was technically syndicate on there, but still had Ray Longo and Matt Serra, which is odd because he did all of his camp here.
Yeah.
So that was little...
Ariel Hawani, because Marab was on Ariel just the other day, and I asked Marab about that, and then Marab kind of kept it short and said, "Yeah, we're all good." But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, because I think they did. Like Sarah said, he said he was like retiring from being in the corner, like with that whole Aljo stuff too. I think so. I mean, they've both been traveling and training in Vegas. It has been hard for their team they've been with forever. Their head coaches to not be. They feel like they're not involved and stuff.
Yeah,
but
100%.
But I mean, that's the thing about being a fighter, though. We're not like most like sports teams. The team kind of pays you, right?
Yeah.
So that's not really the case. We're paying the team, so we got to go where the work is.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, I thought that was real interesting. I was a little worried about the dynamic with essentially what would be 3 head coaches kind of in the corner because it was Wood, Sarah, and Longo, and Aljo was there. But like, yeah, I wasn't too sure. But everything seemed to operate fairly smooth and kind of did his thing in that fight. I feel like that was the best he'd kind of performed.
Yeah, he looked good. He had a good amount of tools with the leg kicks, the low kicks, throwing bombs, and then 48 or something like takedown attempts.
48 or 49, yeah, something like that. Just below 50.
That's
which is a terrible success rate.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like the percentage of takedowns he actually landed. Like, I mean, kind of sucks, but the output is crazy, and that's going to look good as far as pressure and controlling the cage, and and ultimately he did the damage too. Peter's eye was swollen shut.
Yeah. Good on him. So your future opponent, dude.
Yeah, well, I will say I listened to that interview with Ariel, and
Ariel, see if your name was in there.
Ariel asked him about me. He's like, I heard you, like they wanted to give you someone like Ricky Simone, and remember you mentioned something to him, and what did he say?
He said he'd never been offered.
Okay, well, he said the opposite on Ariel. He said, but, and had his excuse why he did because he's ranked this and I'm ranked this, which I'll say I ran into Rob today and we had a little conversation, and I said it to him. I said I understand why if I was in your position, maybe I wouldn't take a fight with someone ranked.
Right.
I'm ranked 9 now, but 10 at the time, so it doesn't make sense. He's on a 8-fight win streak now, ranked number 1. So, but he's not going to fight for the title. So Dana's telling him like, if you don't fight the title, you're going to get leapfrogged and you're going to have to fight somebody back.
Yeah, 100%. Well, if you're number 1 guy, bro, you're essentially your gatekeeper now. So
if he's not going to fight, fight his teammate, and it's not even like he's next in line because like we got Cejudo who's next in line, and then there's no way O'Malley's not going to get a title shot. The winner of Cejudo, Aljo. So Rob's not even next in line, so he has to stay busy. So and Cheeto and Sandhagen are fighting, so the other guy's clearing it out. So
and then you and Song, dang man, this is a bantamweight division, dude. It's busy right now, isn't it?
Yeah,
crazy.
But on the Ariel interview, he said he already beat me. He said that he beat me already in a fight, but I don't remember the ref pulling him off of me at the end of the fight. So So I mean, I got the win. The win's on my record.
Yeah.
So I'm sure one day we're going to run that back for sure. He told me today when I'm in the top 5, and I told him, "Don't worry, I'm gonna be there." So,
let's go, dude.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, dang. Wow, there's a lot of good fights up there for you, I think.
Yeah. There's like a couple weight classes where I want to like 35, 55. I know we talk about it all the time, but
Yeah.
it just seems so stacked. But it's nice that there's movement. Nice that there's movement. It was good to see someone we also we didn't talk about got into the rankings, Jonathan Martinez.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I know
Yeah, good for him.
past opponent. I know,
Yeah,
but
that's why we don't bring him up. But whatever.
sorry, but he's
Yeah, my legs.
such a
My
such a
legs.
nice guy. Sorry.
My legs still hurt. Dude, we were in the same warm up room as him and so Martinez and Chris Gutierrez because he was in the corner, right?
Mhm.
We were gearing up and stuff, and I'm the dummy for Davey, so like hit me basically, right? So I'm geared up like, and John put an extra calf protector on me. When they walked in, I was like, "Is this a joke? Like, is this because they're in here? Huh?" Oh, I was so mad.
But it's because he wanted to practice the kicks.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, so John wanted Davey to work his calf kicks on me, so he's keeping me protected. But looked terrible with Tweedledum coming in here, both of them leg kicking the shit out of me. Like, oh, no, he's still got the same problem, huh? Yeah, people don't learn.
I want to tell Coach, hey, we're gonna have to just kick me. Just kick me.
Yeah, right. Oh, so mad. Yeah, but good for him. I thought that was a tough scrap, dude. It was pretty back and forth with him and Saeed Nurmagomedov. It was 6 scrap.
Yeah, and I'm glad he got rid. I mean, there's just too many of these. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. There's too many of these tough Russians in our weight class. It's good to like see some of these guys get rid of them. You know, get out of the rankings. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Come on,
bro. There is a lot of them.
Yeah.
Dang. So he's 14 now. He said.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
14,
I think
15,
so. I think so.
And then Gutierrez is right there at 13.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pedro Munoz or something.
No. I think it's Yanez.
Oh, Yanez. Oh, Yanez.
Umar,
that's right.
Pedro, me, Song, Font.
Ooh, Murderers Row.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Dope, dude. Okay.
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh
yeah. Should we? What you got?
Yeah, I was gonna say if we want to talk about a couple of the fights this weekend, we got the rematch between Leon Edward and Usman, Kamaru Usman. So in London this time. Leon got the home turf advantage.
Yeah. That's a dude. You think Usman gets his belt back? He's probably still the favorite now. Is how the first fight was going?
Yeah, I mean he's winning. He's winning.
Yeah.
He's winning all the rounds, right? He won every single round until that fifth round. He got knocked out. I mean, you would think so, right? What do you think? What's your prediction for that one? Because they were talking about him being pound for pound the best, the 170 go. Yeah, and now he's getting knocked out. Now it's kind of like, oh, is he going to win this next fight?
Yeah, right. I don't know. If I had to pick, gun to my head, probably Usman. Yeah, I think he could probably decision him this time and just be a little more careful. He obviously he proved that he can control things better than Leon can, and if that's what he makes the fight, just all about controlling things, and he's probably got the upper hand.
Yeah, and he was doing that with the wrestling. It seemed like at first Leon had a couple good defenses, but takedown defense. But I mean, I don't think it was holding up him. He was grinding him.
No, yeah.
But will he be the same? Because like coming back from a loss,
especially like
that, tough. And hearing the way like Kamaru was talking about losing that way, you know, I don't know. It'll be interesting. It's always interesting. We've talked about it before. Watching someone come back from a loss,
right.
Especially at this level for the world title in the O2 arena. Like, yeah,
sick though. Kudos to him for wanting to go elsewhere.
It's gonna be like some bullshit time or something. It's in London.
Yeah, they start at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Pacific time. So coffee and violence to start the card.
Actually, I don't mind that. If I'm not fighting,
I love it. That's my favorite. I love, dude. Yeah, I like it a lot. And then, but that's the early prelim. So the main card's probably on at like 1 or 2. I'd say.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Something like that. But it's gonna be sick. I think. So JoJo Woods on the. I think she just got. There was an odd switch. She was on the main card, and then they swapped her down to early prelims and put Casey O'Neill and Jennifer Maya on the main card. So did you see that on Twitter?
I didn't, but you were kind of telling me. So there's some beef there or something?
There's a little bit of beef there. I think they just don't get along, Casey and JoJo. And as soon as they announced that, Casey O'Neill put on her Twitter, as it should be, or something like that. Just a little dig, just some little salt in the wound. But Dang. But I mean, I get it. For the most part, I guess JoJo did lose to Jennifer Maya, and that's who Casey O'Neill's got. So,
Yeah.
but as
Okay.
far as the star power over there, I'd still say JoJo probably has more.
Yeah.
Either way, she probably doesn't even care about it. She's more focused on the task at hand. Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It does like. I feel like that Casey O'Neill girl's kind of good at talking shit. Like I've seen her talk shit a couple of times. I'm like, this girl's kind of bad, dude.
Dude, yeah, she is.
I'm just, how do you think that fight's gonna go? Because she surprises me every time. Well, even with like her power on, like for, I mean, I'm sorry to say, but for a girl, see if she like kind of like dings these girls up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, like if so Casey O'Neill was having problems with Roxy a while back and got all kind of busted up in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jennifer Maya is probably stronger on the ground than Monteferi, and probably I'd imagine has heavier punches. So
more athletic.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I think I don't know, man. What are you thinking? What's your initial thought?
I don't know, I kind of stopped caring.
Fair enough. Oh man, you're gonna try. Okay, cool.
All right, guys, let's get to the main event. Let's get to the main event. All right, one of my favorite comments that we got. I'm gonna pull this up right now because I just, for some reason, I love when like the hate starts coming in towards Vince. And I don't want to say hate, but I like the shit talking starts coming in towards Vince because it's deserving, in my opinion.
Deserving.
You don't agree? You don't agree?
Well,
you bought the chip, and this is what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
You bought the chip. You haven't eaten the chip, and I hope this doesn't go here.
I like all this talk you're giving me right now.
Yeah, here we are. I'm just setting myself up because I didn't have it ready. So someone said, Kay was saying, just finished watching. But better be for the next episode. Better be the chip challenge, or I'm unsubscribing or unsubbing. So and I got a couple likes. So and Jorge Vargas also said, first Vince doesn't do the chip challenge, then he fakes us out with a longer episode. I say he eats 2 chips. Who's with me? I'm with you, Jorge.
No,
I'm with you.
You keep telling me not to do it. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I said if I were you, I wouldn't do it for sure. Eat it. Do it now. Wait, so our dinner's here right now. Do you want to eat dinner first, or do you want to eat dinner after? I feel like I ate on an empty stomach and it fucked me up. Okay. So maybe if I had some advice, maybe I wouldn't do that again.
Okay. Well, let's try.
We're doing it. You might have to bleep me out a couple times because I don't know with YouTube if that'll does that do anything with YouTube?
Cussing?
Yeah.
No, it don't matter.
Oh.
Ain't nobody give a fuck. Give a fuck, okay, well then let's eat.
Are we gonna do this?
Yes, and then I'm coming back and doing it.
We'll be back. Gonna give my death shit before.